Channels. Oh, look at all the pieces he found. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna just put old rag towels on here so that it doesn't mess up the tablecloth. Even though, I mean, it's about time to change it anyway, but okay, so we'll get to work here. And we just use, rag towels for everything. I don't know if you all do, but they're very, towels are so great. Even if they get marred, you can use them. I think I'll put this double since it's right here and we don't really need. So Bob, you got the glue. Can we tell them about the glue?
Yeah, this is Brownie's Instacure Plus, and they have different grades of this. This is like super glue. It was sold by the hobby shop, and it was actually developed for making gun sights in the Second World War, because it had to do precision work to mount gun sights, and so it didn't get used for that purpose, but it was they started to invent it for that reason. And it's great for model building. It's great because it sets very fast. This particular one doesn't set too fast. They have a more aggressive set. It's Instacure Extreme or something as such. This stuff is, it says the name of it right here. This is 2 ounce, and Brownie sells this along with many other good things you can get there. So we're going to use this as an initial to put it together before we do our drilling.
Okay. So, channel mammals, at first we thought it wasn't all here, but we started realizing, didn't we? As we started fitting it together,
short, but we know
it's all here, pretty much. Some little tiny titty little pieces might be gone, but it's all here. Even a little piece of the foot. You see the foot coming down? There's another foot section here, like here. You can see the foot. So every single little bit is actually here. So let's see, where was the first one we got? Yeah.
No.
Is it this one? This.
There we go.
Okay, see, it's getting kind of finger paint. It's getting less clean, but it doesn't matter. We'll wash it when we finish. But see how tight that fits, so tight together that you can hardly even tell. But when it's finished, I'm not positive, but I'm thinking that I'm going to follow the little cracks where we mended with a black line, following it, just so you have the fun of seeing the whole process, even though the rivets will be like that on the back, drilled, and we're going to learn better. And then see holes like this, which we probably, can you see okay, my channel mammals? See like this, where it's missing, we'll probably fill that with a filler type glue. Okay. And Emily was asking us if it's watertight, and I said, well, with the glue it is, but I don't think it is the way they used to do it. But here's where I first saw somebody who mended their pottery. We had some good friends in the green, what do they call it? The green belt of London. And they were both artists. They were just amazing people, interesting people. And the mother was actually Greek. The father was full-blood British. And so she came from the Greek islands, and she had lots of big crocks and things that they would cook their family, meals in, made of terracotta clay, like this. This is like from the riverbeds, the dirty clay in the riverbeds. And they would, they had them like with big wires around the lip of it, twisted tight to hold it together. And they were very old. They were stained with the oils of the foods and everything. And then they had some staples, and they had other wires strapping them around. And they didn't think anything of it. They never even talked about it. But I was just amazed to see And they cook the meals in these big pots. And I think that with terracotta clay also it kind of fills, and the grease and the oils and it probably fills in, you know, and makes it so it probably is food, you know, keeps the drips out because it becomes kind of organic all the way together. Anyway, here we go. So should we start gluing? Let's do this first piece.
We'll take our tight piece first. And what we'll do is,
You can come in close, Emily.
we'll see how far we can go here. So we'll go on this piece so we don't go past
Yeah.
the crack. And we're going to put a line of glue.
Bob says this is kind of like a super glue, but it's really so much easier to work with because it has more substance to it and it doesn't dry instantly.
Right.
Like the minute you touch it, it doesn't mean you have to leave it there forever.
Yeah, you have a little bit of
Working time.
forgiveness with it. You can take it back apart. So now, the idea is we're going to hold this together for
Really
it to
tight.
set. And yes, we should take and just,
I can take that off later with a knife.
yeah, you can take it off with a scraper later. You don't want to try to get this on your fingers and then grab something because it's going to stick to it.
You
Or
can wipe
if
it on
you'll
a towel?
stick your
Oh, it's
finger,
already
yes,
getting
that's what
sticky.
I'm going to. Your fingers will actually stick together. When they introduced this stuff years ago, that was one of the things that was said, that it was attractive to children. They thought, oh, super glue, it's something like Super Ball or Silly Putty. And if you put your fingers together like this, you wouldn't get them apart. So I'm going to hold this for a little while so I know it's set. There's probably some, it's, in fact, right now, my hand is, if you can actually see there, actually glued to it slightly. I'm going to pull it off. That's how it can be tricky to work with. It can be a little, you know, you want to be careful.
Leave it on there. We need the extra support.
A little sticky. A little sticky.
So we can
Sticky
see the
situation.
part that oozed out back here.
That's okay.
That's the back side, so we're not going to worry about that. Actually, that would be kind of good to paint.
Yeah.
And it would be
yeah,
a
yeah,
design
that is
for it.
beautiful. Right.
So this part is probably good enough to work with now, that we can go and move on to another piece.
It happens so quickly, doesn't it? Oh, great.
So this would go
that's got
here,
a lot
but
of-
we might find some
We
more
might-
pieces here
Yeah.
that would
Where
go
are all
here.
those little guys? Oh, here. All right.
Actually, might
This
be,
might be
yeah.
from the back. Are there any missing bits?
Yeah.
Just look at, see, this is a drip coming over the back side.
yes, here's the piece for here.
Perfect. Great, we can do that one first.
Yes. We want to find them now because they're difficult to put in. Once,
Oh, look, I can see where this one goes. Look.
perfect. They might be impossible to put in later.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe
I
with
don't
this
see
is,
it. Oh, or this.
or that.
I think it's this. Do you think? Maybe.
Let's put these pieces in and see if there'll be an option to install those later. Because this is going to go here,
Yeah.
and this
So, wait, watch
is
this.
here.
This
right?
is perfect for here, Bob. Look, we should put this on
Okay.
this piece.
All right, so, but
And
we
turn-
might not get this in if we do that.
Oh,
And then this is here. So looking at this, I can see that we'll be able to get these in after we take care of these. Because
You
you
think
see
so?
the
They're
taper,
all
yeah.
on the surface. Well, is that
Because
one?
this will go here against when this is in.
Okay.
And they're a straight in fit.
What about these? They'll be on the front side, maybe.
That must be a front side. And there's also
But this one
another
looks like it
small
slices
chip.
right through.
Yeah. So
Maybe not. I
I'm gonna
don't
go ahead and put this piece in.
Okay.
And then we can put that one in. So that's right here. Move these away. There's that.
See this openness? Is that just little shivers that are gone? Yeah.
I
It's just
believe
little
so
shivers.
because it's closed
Yeah,
here and
it's
there.
really good. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we can put this on here now. We can put this on here. do this.
Did you get this bit right here? This corner? Bob, did you
yeah.
get this bit?
Yeah, that has glue on it. Yep.
It does?
Yeah. Yeah, see, that has some glue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have some time that we can, I have to hold this in place, and what we can do is probably,
That's perfect. It's just working perfectly.
so this is only going to be glued here.
And right
And
from
here.
here, there to there, just a bit.
Yeah.
Like
We have this piece that's like a sliver missing there.
Yeah.
So that, again, will fill.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just want to see if it's
This
more,
it's really
it
just a
might
missing.
be more in our best interest to do this
Oh,
first.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
believe
just let
so.
that settle in after, right?
This side here isn't quite going in all the way.
Oh, sometimes the last part, just doesn't
Yeah,
want
this
to.
is
You can move it.
yeah, see, it's a little bit out there.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, we can do the putty, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
have to do putty here. I don't know if this piece will come here. Yeah, this piece goes here.
Good. It's almost impossible to get it exact,
Well,
especially as you
sometimes
get moving around the
the
piece.
tapers that there are,
Plus, there is
they
thickness
won't
to
let
this.
you go in all the way.
There's thickness to the glue.
Yeah,
Even though it's very thin, it's still taking up space in there. Oh, here's Richard. Richard, I don't know, we might have already cleaned up too much up there, but where Felix had that accident over there by the corner, do you think you might find some pieces crawling around in there? Do you want to go take a look and see? If you do, we'll put them in. Otherwise, we'll have to fill it. Fill it. Okay, that's great. Richard's really good. When we went to the biggest wilderness in America, the middle of the wilderness of Alaska, we all had nicknames. It was Richard and Heather and I and our friends Mary and Paul, whom I grew up with. And so Richard was called Dead-Eye Dick. And I was called, because he always found, if somebody dropped a pocket knife, he always found it. No matter what happened, Richard always found it. And then I was called Victoria, because I was the best shot. I could just knock those cans flying off the trees. What we used to do is go into this little hut that we were staying in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know, I don't know if anybody owned this land or what, but anyway, we landed there on a seaplane in the water there and just were dropped off to fend for ourselves. It was really fun, just us up there. And so we'd go into the cabin, run down the steps, around the corner, kneel down at a rotted out tree, and aim really fast. It was all by timing. We would time this also with our watch. And then I would just go, I was really good. And the tree was way in the distance, and it shined. I could see the shine of the cans in the distance. And so then Paul was Pathfinder Paul, because he always found the way to go. And he planned the whole holiday. So that was Pathfinder Paul. Muckluck Mary, because at the end of the day, she would hang all of our wet, soggy boots up over the fire for them to dry. So she was in charge of the mucklucks. And then Heather was Heather Featherfoot. And we kept on trying to slow Heather down by putting more guns on her. Like at the end, she was the only one carrying all of our guns. And she was still always the first one to the top. So she was Heather Featherfoot. And that's how we played. And then at the very last day, we'd never seen a bear. You know, we were so excited. We took gun shooting lessons and a shooting range. We'd been preparing for months to go on this adventure. We really wanted to, you know, have a wrestle with a bear. And no bears ever came around us. And so the last day, we thought, let's just try one more time. So they made me get on my knees and hold my arms out like this, and they drizzled honey all the way over my arms, over the top of my head, my hair. Everything was dripping with honey in hopes that a bear would find me. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Sounds like King Connors, I don't know, is sacrificing. Oh my
The trouble was, the water was freezing cold, so I had to go home with honey in my hair, but
Oh.
it was okay. It was funny. We really had fun. Oh, here comes Richard. Richard. Oh, wait. Show the channel mammals. Oh, look at all the pieces he found. I'm sure those all go in the middle. Don't you think?
They probably
Can-
do.
And a
They
little
like
cat,
that
and a
color.
cat,
They
one
like
of
the-
Zeno's hairs. Do you see it? And glowing in the light.
Wow.
Oh,
What is it you call Richard? He's the.
he's Pathfinder. No, he's Dead-Eye Dick. Dead-Eye
You
Dick.
did it, okay. Wow, look at that. Now we're
This
talking.
piece is flush to the top. Look at that. It fits. It follows the pattern exactly. This piece looks like it's going to be difficult because it's got this
Looks
clay
like it might look right here.
right there. Yeah, it's the same. You think it goes right next to it? Right there? Oh no. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. It must go there.
There it goes right there.
Maybe.
That's it.
You think it does, Bob?
I think so.
I think that's it.
Anyway, we've got all these other little parts. Look at he found this little part. I expect you to put that in
Yeah.
exactly where it belongs.